The northernmost community on the Inside Passage, Skagway is tucked between mountains and sea in a long, narrow valley. This is the terminus of the Alaska Marine Highway System. A popular destination, Skagway will do almost anything to entertain visitors, even raising the dead. If it's summertime, it's showtime.
Across the snow-covered mountains and glaciers to rushing Klondike, where the yellow god has been sporting in the turbid
Gateway to the historic Klondike goldfields, Skagway is part theme park.
Welcome to Skagway. We're the Derby Brothers.
The Undertaker's in town.
We drive the antique motor cars, the Skagway streetcars. Give sightseeing tours to all points of interest, nothing like it in the world. Where's Elvis?
Well, you ain't never caught a rabbit and you ain't no friend of mine.
This town, with some 700 year-round residents, caters to almost 200,000 travelers each summer. The coast mountains rise sharply, a daunting barrier between Skagway and the Klondike. Modern explorers can easily conquer these 7,000-foot peaks. Sightseeing tours offer travelers a unique experience. Soaring above Taya Inlet, snow-capped peaks and rugged rainforest, adventurers are transported to Valley of the Glaciers. Landing on the ice, travelers explore a frozen otherworld. Movements are slow, exaggerated. Although bound to the earth, the stark expanse creates a sensation of weightlessness. For many, to walk here is to tread on the moon. Airborne again, one cannot help but wonder what agony stampeders must have suffered attempting to scale these peaks. Prospectors headed for the Klondike by way of Chilkoot Pass had to cut stairs in the snow and ice as they climbed straight up. Called the Golden Staircase, many found the route more a road to hell than the way to heavenly fortunes. The lucky barely survived the ordeal. Countless dreamers died, delirious with gold fever. Today, hiking enthusiasts may retrace the steps of gold seekers without risking life and limb. Managed by U.S. and Canadian Park Services, the trail runs from Daiya to Lake Bennett, British Columbia. The 33-mile Chilkoot Trail is littered with relics of the gold rush, left behind as prospectors lightened their loads. But it is the wilderness, untamed, unforgettable, that stirs the soul. Skagway once boasted a population of 20,000 hopeful souls. Those who call Skagway home today are filled with the pioneering spirit of the Stampeders and they embrace frontier freedom.
Fresh air
Fresh
is my
air,
favorite.
uncrowded, fewer rules, regulations, and taxes.
With $1 in my hand. Yeah, right. The king. In my heart.
Wandering Broadway, the town's main street, we find many buildings dating back to gold rush days. This building, completed in 1899, was the headquarters of the Fraternal Order of the Arctic Brotherhood, a benevolent order similar to the Elks Club. The facade of the building is made of more than 20,000 pieces of driftwood, arranged in a basket weave pattern. A gold pan full of glittering nuggets is mounted near the top. Over on 7th Avenue is a Victorian stone fortress constructed that same year. This was Alaska's first college. Today, the building houses City Hall offices and the Trail of 98 Museum. The elegant offices of the White Pass and Yukon Route Railroad have been restored and serve as National Historical Park headquarters.
Any of the first 5 cars behind the locomotive.
The railroad, which began operation in 1890, still makes regular runs to White Pass Summit, where Klondike-bound prospectors started the second leg of their journey. Passengers ride in turn-of-the-century parlor cars, but a modern diesel engine is used to haul the train up the narrow shoulder of the mountain. The ascent is riveting. The only narrow-gauge railroad operating in the United States, riding this train remains an adventure. Before ending our journey of discovery, we fly over nearby Glacier Bay National Park and Preserve. The park encompasses 3.3 million acres. Flowing from the snow-capped Fairweather and St. Elias Mountains, 16 tidewater glaciers plunge into frigid waters. Massive fields of snow and ice, thousands of feet thick, feed North America's largest glaciers. Groaning under the weight of fresh snow, the glaciers crawl toward the bay. Their progress recorded by dark streaks of crushed rock, sediment, and organic debris. Against this backdrop of ragged peaks, snow, and ice, Alaska's history unfolds. 10,000 years ago, humans were drawn to Glacier Bay, just as we are today. Flying low over rocky ledges and lapis-colored lakes, we experience nature as an irresistible force. Alaska's Inside Passage. Beneath this lavish display of icy peaks and high blue skies, we find what remains of Eden, reflected in the sea. Alaska's Inside Passage, a journey of discovery.